This beautiful bald son of a bitch is John Hillcoat. Queensland born, he spent a good chunk of his early childhood in Canada, but then made the fair dinkum true blue choice to come home and study at Melbourne's Swinburne Film School. Shortly after, he began working on short films and music videos for absolutely shit-hot bands like INXS. He directed his first feature film in 1988, which he co-wrote with Aussie legend Nick Cave. He also enlisted the help of Aussie production designer Chris Kennedy. This marked the first of many collaborations between the trio. The film was Ghost of a Civil Dead, a graphic and confronting flick about the horrors of life inside a maximum security prison. The film was generally well received and is now considered a cult classic and a must-see for fans of Australian cinema. In the following decade, he would direct another 17 music videos for notable acts such as Crowded House, Susie and the Banshees, and Manic Street Preachers. In 2005, John once again teamed up with Nick Cave and Chris Kennedy to create The Proposition. This brutal Aussie take on the Western film genre wowed critics with its stellar cinematography and enigmatic soundtrack. It features some gripping performances from top blokes such as Ray Winstone and Danny Huston. This project solidified John's ability in directing films that had a sort of brutal authenticity about them, which would continue to be one of his most defining features as a filmmaker.
Why I am slighted so by thee, I wish I was in some lonesome valley.
These abilities would come in very handy in 2009 when John would direct The Road. A faithful recreation of Cormac McCarthy's depressing new novel, The Road is a story about Aragon and his kid trying desperately to survive in a post-apocalyptic USA.
Take it. Don't be afraid. When you get older, you're gonna have to do it just like everybody else. You have to be brave when you have to. You know how to do it. You know how.
The reception was a little more polarizing than his previous works, but the film is widely praised for its faithfulness to the source material, as well as fantastic performances from lead actors. It also looks and sounds fucking great. Not sure why. In 2012, Johnny Boy directed Lawless, a film about the Bondurants, a real-life outlaw bootlegger family in 1930s Atlanta. Yet another all-star cast with names like Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy, this flick would deliver a slightly more stylized, flashier experience than his previous titles. However, it still had that grit and intensity that we've come to expect from a Hillcoat film. Johnny Boy's most recent film was in 2018, a Spanish-American film named Corazon. This 48-minute short film written by Kelly Shane and starring Ana Diarmas tells the true story of a Mexican prostitute who discovers that she has a life-threatening illness and must find a way to get a visa in order to gain proper treatment. It's clear that John Hillcoat is a noteworthy director, not just in Australia, but worldwide. He has an insatiable talent to deliver captivating, confronting, and often gut-wrenching drama. He is a man who loves to explore difficult themes such as hardship and the horrors of violence, yet in a way that is impactful rather than gratuitous. In a world where movie shootouts look like this, John Hillcoat shootouts look like this.
Come on, you fucker!
And that for me is what makes him special and noteworthy to any cinema lover.